The all-new 2015 Chrysler 200 has arrived during the Summer of Savings at Naples Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Plus, get an extra $500 trade assistance during the summer clearance event at NaplesHasIt.com.
Greetings, football fans. Welcome back. It's PrepZone Preview Week 4, brought to you as always by Naples Dodge Chrysler Jeep. Now that everyone's kind of got things out of their system, it's time to really buckle down and get into district play. So to get us started, here's Coach Weber with his breakdown.
Hello, football fans. Coach John Weber. Week 4 of the football season. Experimenting is over. No more new formations, no more moving kids around. You got to dance with what brings you to the game, because this week is division play, and what a game we have to open up the 6A division. Gulf Coast travels to Palmetto Ridge. Both of these teams are 2-1. Both of them have tremendous improvement, but there's a lot of pressure in this game because the loser is going to have to play Naples. Both of these teams will have to play Naples. Whoever loses this game is going to be behind the 8 ball. I like the Sharks by just a little bit. I think this game will be decided by penalties and fumbles. Game 2, a non-district game. Barron-Kyer travels to Immokalee. Barron is much better. Both of these teams are 1-2, but they're going to catch the Indians at a bad time. The Indians have played 3 state-ranked teams. You got to like the Indians going into this game. Another non-district game if you want to travel a little. South takes on Fort Myers High School, the old traditional school. I like South here. Both of these teams are 3-0. I like South because I think they've played a better schedule, but don't count the Greenies out. Sam Sirianni does a great job. And another district opener and our spotlight game. Naples High School takes on the Wildcats of Estero to open 6A play. And joining me, the coach of the Eagles, Bill KRAMER. Coach Bill, I don't talk to you very often when you're coming off of a loss. Great game last week, 2 ranked powerhouse teams in the state of Florida. You get beat. I'm going to ask you now, what's the mood and what's the philosophy going into this week?
Well, I'm glad we don't talk much after a loss, Webb. It's a pretty somber mood, to be honest with you. Saturday was rough. Monday was rough. Today, we're going to go to work. I mean, we worked yesterday too, but nobody is very happy. And we have a lot of pretty edgy guys, and so that makes for some edginess, and starting with me. And if we can get through this week without killing each other, we should be pretty ready for Friday.
Been there, done that. And that's exactly what I knew Coach KRAMER was going to say. You've heard me folks say many times there's a difference between having a program and wanting to go as far as you can go into the playoffs. And when you have great teams like played last week, the one that loses, it's a sour note, and there's a lot of work to be done the next week. Well, now you start district play against the Estero Wildcats. You're going to be the solid favorite. How do you go into this game? How do you prepare? Is it any different than any other game?
Well, yes. When we play district opponents, we leave no leaf unturned. And I have to say, we were the same way with Manatee, though. We were very prepared for the Manatee game. We'll be just as prepared for Estero. This is equivalent to a playoff game to us, and we need to bring a more energy, more intensity, more enthusiasm, be more physical. All the things we can control, we need to amp up a little bit.
When you go into the playoffs and you know you want to go to the playoffs, the first thing you got to do is win the district, and it doesn't matter who you're playing. Everybody is capable of upsetting somebody, and Estero looks to be a little bit better football team than they've been. I'm sure they're going to put a great show on for you. That will be here at Naples, at home. Great football game. A lot of great games this week. Again, it's one of the best 4 weeks I've seen in prep football in the area. Go see a ball game because it's the best that happens. Hopefully it won't rain.
It's no secret that Coach KRAMER likes to use the onside kick. So to learn a little bit more about that, we've got the kicker, Jerry NUNEZ, in this week's Player Spotlight.
Well, when usually we do it, it's because we want to surprise the other team and we want to set a mode for the whole game and show everybody that we're here to just do whatever we can to get the ball back, and usually we do it with a surprise. I always take my regular steps. I don't really show that we're going to do anything different, and our kickoff team doesn't really show anything different either, but when I approach the ball, I always change my angle right away as I get closer, and I hit the ball in a certain spot so that way the ball is squibbling towards our target, and usually if we're lucky it'll confuse the receiving player. Usually it's towards the direction the coaches want, but depending on where a player is, that's where I make my adjustments on how do I want the ball to bounce and how the ball will help us land in the hands of us. This week should be a fun game. We're the solid pick for it to win, so our players are still focusing just as hard as any other team, and we're just going to go out there and do what we do best.
Hey everybody, that does our show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget, stay with PrepZone all week. We've got your news, notes, analysis, videos, photos, everything you can want to keep up to date on the local high school football scene. Don't forget, Friday night, we've got the highlights, and we've also got the live chat going on where we spread out our reporters all over the county and coverage area to keep you up to date on everything that's going on. So until next week, we've got you covered.